Welcome, welcome, Sabbath morning. Now we rest from every care. Unfortunately, right now, it's hard to rest from the cares of the world and the cares of our brothers and sisters who struggle and fight to feel heard and seen. I've watched with interest the Facebook feeds and other sources of information, and I have cried tears of sadness for everyone involved. I've reflected on my own choices in my life, the times I've felt marginalized or unheard. Thankfully, my life wasn't at stake, but I understand in some small part the pain. I prayed for a way that I might reflect my thoughts. I'm not a brash, shout it to the skies person. Excuse me. It's interesting, when I started to make this video, my throat got scratchy. The wind has come up tremendously. This is my second try. And I think it's because I'm speaking my truth. And I don't know if you notice, but sometimes we are our own worst enemy in speaking our truth. We silence ourselves because it's uncomfortable, may bring attention, may cause contention. Oh my heck, I so don't like contention. If you know me, you might know that I'll go a long ways to avoid it. At any rate, I couldn't do a book report today because it seemed irreverent in relation to the unrest I feel. At 3:16 this morning, I recorded the words to my thoughts, and I want to share them with you. And perhaps one person finds purchase in them. I cry out within my mind, God, please tell me the answer to this time of darkness, pain, and fear. The air is pregnant with heavy passions, all right, all wrong. No seeming end or answer that seems powerful enough to extinguish what has started, to heal what has burned. So many emotions flood my heart, each seeking to lead the charge to change, to victory, to truth. And just as quickly, the question, how, blankets the hope with hopelessness. And once again, I'm at the question, no closer to my answer. For such a time as this, we've all been cast upon the waters of this world, born to lead, born to follow, born to break the patterns of the past and build anew the going forward. It must look different. This house of cards cannot rebuild and stand. The burning in my eyes betrays the burning in my heart. The answer seems to float beyond my grasp and tease my eyes with its vaporous quality and returning question. How can I? How can I make changes deep enough to fill the chasm of past wrongs and make it right to move ahead? Mocking laughter assures me at my core, I alone am not that powerful. And back I go to the well of questions, unable to draw the living answers for tomorrow. No single drop of water will fill my bucket of regret and leave it full of forgiveness. My single drops must gather, holding court to judge my heart and find me lacking. I am not guiltless in this ocean of regret. I have not always chosen to choose understanding, to choose open arms over closed mind, healing heart over wall of fear. I have not always chosen the better part. This of itself begins to form an answer I can hear. The past cannot be undone. The wound cannot be withdrawn. The knife cannot be uncut. And at the bottom of this seemingly endless gash, I choose to start my healing. I pack this wound with kindness, love. I bring my salve of change of heart, of mind, of action, only my own, only my step. And yet it changes the patterns of my past and focus of my movement forward to help heal this wound. This is what I can bring to this healing place. Me. The real me. At the core, no different than my brother, sister, flesh and blood, life and living, hope and desire, weakness and pain. We are all tied. No one remains alone, untouched, unheard. We all cry tears of salt and water, humanness and weakness, dark and light, no better, no less. We are the same at the core. So I look through what could be clouds of doubt and fear, and I choose to see a clearing, a cleansing, a cauterizing of this bleeding, gaping past, where now, at last, a healing starts. I bring my salve of recognition, of choice to see you as me, to feel your pain as mine, to know my actions can only heal when they ripple forward, seeing your humanity tied to mine and sharing blood like water to sustain us both in our new tomorrow. As I choose to firmly hold this hot coal of accountability in my hands and allow its burn to cleanse my heart, as I choose to lead the cry of action of my own, to act, to serve, to speak and build, to fight with you, not against you, to cry and mourn and lift and carry this burden of the past and lay it at the feet of yesterday and step through the door of awakening. Take off the veil of unseen and remember, together we are tomorrow. There is no other way. Together we are. Together we are. I pray we find our path to that place. Happy Sabbath.